What's this thing with the double lines? Is that like I got a double line in my shelf? Man, this thing, that's a new one. Who did that? You get a new phone and then there's another issue. Master Amara here. What's this line? Can you guys see a line in the middle of the screen? It's like my camera is cracked or something, or what is that? Let's see, all kind of weird things going on. I got a hard disk problem or what? You see me okay? Because I'm seeing a line in the middle of the screen. And then I got this issue with this no disk error. Anyway, if you guys can see me, but you should see what I'm looking at. I'm looking at some weird things. It's got like a line like right here. I'm missing like half my show in the middle part. But anyway, I just want to come on real quick. I was watching the video of Tonetalks complaining about Boyce going to Africa. He really did himself a disservice because in his rambling, he tried to say that blacks sold blacks into slavery, and therefore we shouldn't go to Africa. We should be better off with the people that actually put us in slavery than with the ancestors of the people who actually put us in slavery. There's no history of that ever happening. Blacks put, and then again, I'm trying to explain to people, you got to think when they come up with these foolish narratives on reasons on why you should not choose to be an African. Africans never sold us to their slave masters. It's no way that Africans in Africa on the beach in the 1600s and 1700s could know what was going on, where those boats were taking those people, and what they was going to be involved in. So never in the history of man has they come and said the African is going to sell his own people to a merchant for some coins. If anything, the white people got on there and told them we got a tourist attraction, and anybody want to go, they come on our boat and we can take them around and then we'll bring them right back. And then they never start bringing them back. History is clearly showing how African communities were running far from white people, running from slave catchers. So I don't think that that would hold water. So that's nonsense. But Tonetalks was going on talking about Boyce Watkins saying that he had promised to go to ADOS. And I'm sure Tonetalks was like happy to hear that. And then Boyce turned around without any warning, and then he was in Ghana running around with the bed sheet. And I'm here to tell you that all of that is big nonsense. These things are tourist attractions. I don't know if Boyce is saying that he was invited or his trip was paid for or what, but now I saw on one of his videos he was supposed to be a guest, one of the many guest speakers that was supposed to come there and speak. One thing that Tonetalks was saying is that he proved that it was just a tourist attraction. You're gonna pay a lot of money to go through and see that you was a slave. And I'm telling you, if I was foolish enough to pay $700 to go look at my ancestors' some slave dungeon, I'm gonna cry because I'm not gonna be a fool and say, hey, that I didn't feel nothing. No, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So the whole purpose of it is what? And as I have always said, these three words tell the whole story. Once you put these three words down and you can't answer them, then you're okay. But if you can't answer them in an intelligent, logical manner that's going to make it better for us, then, and those three words are, and then what? ADOS goes and petitions the government for money, HDR, H40 goes through whatever they give people, and then what? Boyce Watkins gets on social media and convinces thousands of blacks to come take his business course. And then what? You understand? That brings reality to your mind. And then what? Now, I don't know if anybody would see that show with Tonetalks. He was really upset. And at the end of the day, the sad case is that he wants to come and say, we would be better off in America today, 400 years of getting our ass whooped, than we would be going to Africa, where they are telling us today, come home, brother. And the ancestors that supposedly sold us to the slaves, which he didn't see and I didn't, nobody saw, nobody can prove. That's the reason for us to stay in America. Then Tonetalks had the audacity to say, I need land in Compton. I need land in Chicago and Atlanta. What the hell? Can we still think? So the white man just breaks down and gives us land in Compton. Here, this is black people's land, and you guys own Compton. And then what? Are we going to be acting like we don't see the American Indian own that land before us? Are we going to have to pay? Are we going to pay reparations to the American Indian for what the white man did to him? We're not. The whole thing is based on a big fat lie, and that's why I'm telling you, go where there's economic opportunity. Don't go for Ghana's tourism trap or any tourist trap. That's not what we're about. We don't have that money. Tonetalks was right. We don't. They take it out. We don't have that kind of money to waste on an emotional thing and then walk around Accra, because you can't tell me that it's not true. And nobody can't tell me they ain't been walking around Ghana, Accra town city and seen nothing. Where was the businesses? Where is the business function? Kenya, they're building a whole city, business city. So I don't. And the business parks that are being developed are coming off the chain. So I'm telling you what I know from where I live, that if I had never been to Africa, I would not go to some small island off the coast of Africa or some small country that's having all kinds of problems in itself. These things are just tourist traps, economical ways for they think that they're gonna get blacks to come to their country and then lock them in. But we know that's not what we're talking about. And I have been telling you that, and now you see Tonetalks in there crying that Boyce like they'll jump, pick up your feet. Boyce Watkins is Tonetalks is crying because Boyce Watkins has gone to Africa. So he's ready to just throw him under the bus, talk shit about him, like he lost Boyce Watkins to the African people. There is no such thing as black people. Okay? You either an African or you just a dumb, some Negro that think you an American. No country treats its people like that. The way we've been treated, none. You can get Chinese to come, you can get Arabs to come now, can all do better than black people? And we was the first to die for this country? No way. Oh, white people, they're gonna come around? They never gonna come around because we are better than them. And they know we are better than them. And as long as they can put their pictures on the money and run around and control the money, they can keep us at bay. And they feel good when they see us suffering. And it's a false suffering because we don't have to do it. What's the purpose of putting a Black American and oppressing him with racism? What's the purpose of that? So you can see him suffer, right? I mean, you wouldn't do it because you never seen nothing happening. You know, you go to your government job and you got a long list of applicants, and you make sure that the whites are carried to beforehand. You know, white privilege. You make sure, and then you go home and you watch the news, and you watch them blacks shooting each other in Chicago, and you just sit back and say, well, you see, that's them. But if there was no blacks in Chicago shooting, you see, you wouldn't have. They couldn't point to that. There's no black people to say, you know, wait, pick up your feet. There's no black people to say, talk crap about, or point a finger at it and say, look at those poor souls. Then racism couldn't exist. And this is why I'm trying to explain to you people, Tonetalks is getting a reality check up his butt that he never saw before. The reality of the situation. Wait, stop doing that with your feet. So the Tonetalks is trying to getting a reality check that he never got before. And I'm saying to you that all of these leaders, black leaders in America, is going to get the point. Because you can't defeat the question of what's wrong with Africa. And you can't come up with no nonsense about the slave sold us off. Africa got its own problems. The African is not us. The African is us. It's just we don't know we us. We ain't but 30 million, and they over 1 billion. And you talking about we? They should look at us. We just a drop in the bucket. Hell, Kenya's population in the last 25 years doubled, damn near almost the whole population of black people in America, especially the ones that's successful. Yeah, I like that one. The German Shepherd, wherever you take him, is a German Shepherd. You put a rock in the oven and you take it out. They don't become an egg. But now Boyce is going to go see the president of Ghana. He made a quick video about that. And, you know, I wish him well, and that's all nice and good. But at the end of the day, when all of that trip is over, if he paid for it, he's going to look at his wallet, it's going to become -0. And I'm saying that when he says, well, how can I make money? Because, I mean, he's a businessman like me, you know, and I'm like, I'm the same way. How can I make money? You can't do it. I just went through and reviewed my evidence videos again. And they're talking about like 95% of the Ghanaian women do make some sort of oil, something like that they can't transport out the country. You know, no, joking. So both of them, Tonetalks and Boyce like they made big mistakes in the last 5 days because one is going to criticize Africa. And, you know, it was so funny because Tonetalks couldn't just say, I'm a black man and I'm a Negro, I'm a house Negro and I'm going to stay in America. We should be in America. He never could say like that. He going to come and say, we got to fight in America. We got to fight for reparations. If it's your country, why you got to fight? If it's your country, what you fighting for? Why you got to fight? And was you not fighting in the 70s? Was you not fighting in the 60s, the 50s, the 40s, the 30s? Was you not fighting? They can do with us what we want while we're a minority in their country. And I'm saying that even when you win, let's take Michael Jordan. Even when you're the greatest basketballer ever, and you made a lot of white people happy while you were slamming dunks and doing all kinds of things with the basketball, come time to get out the basketball, what you gonna do? Who are you? You know, it only takes one white magazine to scandalize your whole life and ruin it. You know, you got black professional stars They don't even go out the house for fear that the paparazzi gonna find them and take a picture of them and then distort a story out of nowhere. But you don't hear them kind of stories with Tom Hanks. You don't hear that with Tom Cruise. No, those guys can do all kinds of things and just get away with it. But let a Bill Cosby, let a Russell Simmons just be doing their minding their own business. Wham! Let that Michael Jackson. You see? So what kind of crap is that? How can you stop it? The only way to stop it is to get the hell out. Now you can be a Negro if you want to and say I'm gonna stay in America, but you're doing your people and your children a disservice because they're gonna grow up in a land that is unfortunately gonna take them for a long ride, and that is what I'm saying. You're right, Clarence. Tonetalks needs to open his mind to the reality. You ain't gonna never get reparations. And even if you did, then what? You're still in America, and I don't think that it's gonna be unracist, even if you was to get some money. It's never gonna happen. But now he see the reality. One of his greatest hopeful supporters that was gonna come on board has now went to Africa. And all we gotta do is somebody to get a hold of Boyce Watkins and grab him by the ear and tell him, get your ass to Kenya. Now you've been to Ghana and you've seen all of Ghana. Now get on a plane and come to Kenya. Then you're gonna see some reality. He done seen all the white churches and the white Jesus and the people there following these religions and weird things like that. Now you can come to Kenya, you're gonna see some people talking about only money, where to make the money. You're gonna see the people high stepping, going back and forth on business and going to work. Because the country runs on people that are hustlers, not swindlers. I told you, these African traditional dungeon areas, things like that, who they owned by, where the money go. You paying all that money to go see the dungeon, then what do they do with that money? You don't even want to take a look because you're scared of what you're going to find out. The same thing here with old Fort Jesus in Kenya. It ain't owned by blacks. Somebody white bought that shit, or somebody here bought that thing, and they ain't gonna tell me that there's no slaves in. I went to Fort Jesus when I first came to Kenya. We went down there, they was telling me these are where the slaves were. I went back 10 years later, and they told me no slaves was there. So I'm arguing with the guy. What you mean? I was just here. They said it was slaves. No, that was never here. Never. He's like, never. Of course, I didn't buy a ticket and go in. But I was like, I came to realize that's all show. What the reality for us is, we black people don't have no power. So to keep calling ourselves black is like we don't have nothing behind it, except 400 years of misery in America. All they got to do is give me a plane ticket back to America. I mean, back to Africa. Then that's it. So that's one to just jump on here. Michael Roberts, the black billionaires in Ghana are billionaires. Check again, my friend. It's nothing like billionaires. America. You going home now? Okay, go ahead home. Here, come say hi to my daughter. Look at this. Daddy, I want a new thing. What do you want? I want a mask. Okay. Yeah. Evalyne, there you are, my dear. I've been missing you. You've been missing like 2 shows. I'm here. Finally, never heard of the Tonetalks. Wow, you never heard of Tonetalks? Okay, well, him and Yvette Cardell, whatever her name is ADOS founders, and they thought they was gonna make a big killing on getting black people to join their movements. And then with that big number of people, black people joining their movement, they would be able to somehow pressure governments and politicians to put the ADOS on the table on conversation. No, far from making a bill and getting some money. That's just not gonna never happen as long as white people are 92% of the Senate. It ain't gonna never pass. Yeah, well, if you've heard that he's going to South Africa next, by now, because I had sent him like 20 messages, let him come to Kenya. Now, how many people told me tell African superstar come to Kenya? Yeah, she come to Kenya, watch her videos in Kenya. You see, but she knew she had a lover in Ghana, so she's there with him. I wish her all the success, but what they gonna do for money? YouTube videos? Come on. Joking. Yeah, so if you're into what we're talking about here, I got my old sheet. Again, some people said they couldn't see my sheet. Support the channel, man. Everybody you're seeing that GM Wright was telling you what was right. The only thing to do is to get a I don't want to be having to hold my words. You know, the other day I got a message from Facebook talking about the statement of Americans are chickens was against their policy, and if I say anything other statement, that they're gonna block off my Facebook channel. Now I don't even remember how long ago. I think I was making a comment to somebody, and I was just repeating what Malcolm X said. But they're looking at me. So why monetize the channel, and then they're going to use that to tell me if you say anything else about negative about America, we're going to demonetize you. Now I already got money from the monetized channel. I'm just saying I'm not monetized, but let's say I was monetized. Do you think that I would come on here and start telling you I got a letter from YouTube saying I should not talk about that? I wouldn't, because I'd be a slave to the money. I'd be a slave to YouTube. So that's why we use worldremit.com. Oh, I got a disabled connection. What? Phone. Okay, so we got a disabled connection thing. It's not the phone. Okay, but it's short this time. Anyway, let me read your statements, and then I'm going, what is this? Crazy Guzzy 3132. GM, what's up with Boyce not talking business opportunities in Ghana? There's no business opportunities in Ghana. Okay, April Henru, Tonetalks and Yvette are agents. Something they are doing to divert the attention of people, but it's backfiring there because Boyce Watkins, for all his faults, is a free man. Our competition is not going to help us. You're right, but competition is good. I don't know. I always get you kind of people there, you know. And all my businesses are there. I got people. I'm doing business. And then when I get on my competition, people are like, don't hurt them. Stop. You know, but that was drive you. They damn sure not going to stop coming after you when you're on top. So I'm always watching them. America is in $23 trillion debt. America is in $23 trillion debt. And then you worried about your little debt when you come to Africa. Leave that shit right there with them. Tell them you'll be back to pay later. You changed my mind on Kenya, Jim. All right. Well, I mean, I don't want to think I changed your mind. I want to think that you took the time to listen to me, and then you decided to change your mind. I don't want to take credit for that. You know what I mean? It's just that I'm happy that you're not running around Accra City just walking the streets because there ain't nothing to do. You come here and walk in Kenya and see if you don't have nothing to do. You find that you can't even stand in the street and see like it must be something happening because all these people is going somewhere. And very friendly people. True Fist of the North Star people actually are making a living in YouTube videos. Yeah, they're making a living in YouTube videos, and I had decided that I was not going to go in that direction. But I also said that if I do this, there's no way I'm going to do it and not be compensated. If the people don't have enough need to compensate, then it's not worth it. Now, you know, I could go in and monetize my channel and do all those things and make money. Like Miss Trudy gets 100,000 shillings a month. But I'm not into that. I just want you guys, simple guys, to say, look, we appreciate what you're saying. Here's $10. I appreciate what you're saying. Here's $5, $20, you know. And this is what my content provider friends don't understand. They see, what? The guy's making money. They're sending money through World Remit. Well, how? And I'm not. They laugh. They were always O'Shea and them. They're always laughing at me, but that's not what I get from the comment section and from my WhatsApp group and from my Facebook Messenger. You guys are calling me and talking to me, and I'm enjoying your company. And you guys are rolling in and saying you're coming, and that's good because you'll be coming, and then you'll be seeing people from that you there that made the trip will come on my show, and then you tell the rest of them this is what he said is true. So I got another show like that coming soon. One of my guys should be already in Kenya anytime from now. I'm expecting a call from him anytime. So we should be, hopefully get a chance to see him on tape. They're watching you. Yeah. Because see, I'm telling you to leave America. Now I'm telling you something that's making America lose money. And ain't no country gonna go for that. So that is the real thing. They didn't kill Malcolm X because he was hating on white people in the middle of New York City. He got up on a podium, talk shit about white people all day long. They didn't do nothing to him. But as soon as Malcolm X started talking about moving to Africa, we're going to go to Africa, he was dead in 2 weeks. They let Marcus Garvey parade all up and down New York. He had parades of black people in uniform running around. They didn't do nothing to him. But then when he bought the Black Star Line, talking about shipping stuff to Africa, deported, jailed, and then deported. So I know I'm in that good company. I have done my research, and I'm telling you, this is the key. And they've been trying to divert us for many different ways, but at the end of the day, this is the reality. Each of you have to make an individual plan of action to start a new life outside of America, and that is the only way you have a chance, and your family after you. Larry J. Blige, Jumbo, Armin Ross, Santi Sana, Karipo for joining the channel. Armin Ra, we will be talking soon. Street Genius, see, thank you, Genius. I'll be waiting for you. Get me on Messenger. And I got a new phone now. I'm still struggling on how to get the messages right. So if I miss your call, don't think I'm ignoring you. Just know that this new phone it be making noises, and I'm like, is that a call? Is that a message? Is it So I'm still trying to figure it out. Ashley Lauren, thanks for the super chat. We had the nerve to create a space force, but healthcare and student loans aren't paid crazy. Yeah, the government just spent $7 billion, 120 extra when that money could have bought off the loans. But we already heard that many times. You see, some of you think that I'm talking about a situation that is about America against blacks, and it's not actually that. It's actually America against its own people. And we at the bottom of the line, you know what I mean? They got a long rope, and all these white people hanging on, but at the end of the rope is black people, and we swinging like more than whoa, you see, trying to climb up that rope. It's harder on us. But the funny part is that we've been lied to by white people to say that the rope is all we got. No. Let go of that rope. You'll be caught by Mother Africa. And you might think you're going to have a hard time, but I'm telling you, that's all in your imagination. Secure you an income and make that trip. What's my Facebook? Amin K. Ra. Amin K. Ra is my Facebook. Am I going to have some... Oh, wait a minute now. I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to get off of this channel. Let me see if this is going to work. Okay. I hope it's hit. That is our Black Man's Guide link for Facebook. This link is over 8 years old for some new people that have come to the channel for the first time and listening to me. And I'm telling you, I've been doing this a lot longer than before Tone Talks. Just the other day, got there talking. Well, I've been doing this for 8-9 years. Published author, telling you that, hey, modern Africa is the only solution to all our problems. So anybody can hook me up, remind and ask me about a copy of the Black Man's Guide, and I'll be glad to send you the PDF. Well, because you guys support the channel, I'm here. I'm gonna give you value for your support. So I don't want to hear none of these people talking about he's trying to take our money. Like T was yesterday talking about he want to take your money for the camp, and he got a blueprint. I ain't got no blueprint. The purpose of talking about the camp is so that I can get people like me who are interested and want to support the camp. Like I'm talking to a brother now from Jamaica, and he's all in. He want to come and do help, and because he sees the same things that I see. If we had a place of our own where we can dock in, many of the African Americans, field Negroes, would say, "Look, let me go to Kenya because they got a Black American camp there where I'll be around our people." Now, I also have told you you're going to assimilate into Kenyan culture. If you don't have, you're going to get with a Kenyan woman, you're going to have children, no 10, you're going to be Kenyan. You cannot, Black people is not a thing. It's not a group. It's not a people. You just an American slave. It's evident when you come and you don't have no language. It's evident when you come and you don't have no land. You know, evident when you come and you come into a country that got a standing army, stock market, running governments. They know how to do this. We don't know this. Oh, we come in with some sort of pride that America has falsely put into our minds. And the African has just been appeasing us. You know what I mean? You know, but they know what's up. I will find you on, okay. Yusuf, I want to help the camp. I have ideas. That's what I'm talking about. I didn't come here like I'm the one who's going to make you guys can watch my videos and see. I'm saying I just created the idea and I want us to have something to do, you know? Now, the reality of a camp is a long way off, but if Yusuf comes and the brother from Jamaica come and Keith comes and Kelvin comes and we sit down together and say, hey, this thing can be a reality. Small little 3-acre place to start off with. And I'm saying camp because the camp can grow and expand, you know? It don't have to be like one set place. You don't have to buy the land. You know, I'm not talking about buying land. I'm talking about somebody going to donate the land and we're going to be able to put up our temporary structures and then say, hey, if you come to Kenya, if you get in any problems or if you just want to hang out with Black people, that's where you can go. And I believe that once we do that, there will be a lot of frustrated Black people in America that will say, hell, I'm going to Kenya. I'm gonna stay at the 5-star hotel, but I'm gonna visit the camp. So simple. Super hyper happy dude. Hey brother, I'm late in the game. What's going on with the Boyce, Watkins, and this other gentleman? I can't believe you guys don't know Tonetalks. Okay, but you know that's because I do a lot of research. But anyway, Tonetalks is the one who created ADOS movement, and he's been fighting to keep a hold of it. And they're gonna have a conference. They're gonna talk. And I know you guys know Takreek from Hidden Colors. He also doing a similar group where they're gonna band together in Atlanta and do some sort of talk about Black people. But it's just a waste of time. The time for talk is over. The time for leaving America is now. This could be my last video, man, when I'm still talking like that. But you know, I just gotta get the spirit, and I know the spirit gonna get my ass in jail some kind of way. I'll be taken off the air somehow because this is not conducive. This is not what they wanted YouTube to be about. They wanted you guys to come and watch a lot of Hoochie Mama videos and movies that they made and a lot of the brainwashing stuff. You select the brainwashed nonsensical news yourself and then watch it. But we all know the news is not what you need to be watching. Why let them dictate to you what should be on the news, what they should tell you about in the news? They come on and TV. Okay, today in Pensacola, Florida, there were 5 gunmen. Who give a shit? you know. Oh, Los Angeles, California. 3 gay men were seen walking down the street holding hands, and the police falsely arrested them. Okay, who cares? This is what I'm saying. They should not be able to dictate what news we think is prevalent and important. And that's what happens when you watch the news. You sit there and it's like, what's the show? You got your popcorn and you the show, and you're like, what next? What's gonna happen? What's the news today? They're picking that news. They got things that are far more important to you that they leaving on the shelf. You know, Black women coming up missing, 30,000 of them disappear, and they don't put that on the news talking about that's just runaways. The Black woman trying to fight to get her daughter's picture on the news, and they won't put it on there because she just ran away. That's all. 30,000 of you, Black people. Joking. The FBA movement is pretty accurate, though, and is okay for now. I think they are moving towards joining with Africa. FBA, I hope the Creek guys, they all got to come to Africa at the end of the day, but everybody got to say, let me get you guys on my channel straight here. Everything is about money. I've told you that from the beginning. When you hear me put up this paper, where did the paper go? One of you guys come over from America and take my paper. When you, everything is about money. Nobody does anything if it's not about money. It can't last. You know. And from the beginning, you never saw me come on here and say, I'm gonna be true to you, my lovely people. I love you. You know, I love you, and I'm doing this from the heart. No money required. You looked at me as a fool. I was a businessman long before I got on YouTube. So I'm trying to explain to you, this our group. If you with me, and I'm the one who told you months back, go through my videos. I'm gonna be giving you videos on a regular basis. Now go through the video list of my video and see, have I not given you what I said I was gonna do? I said I was gonna get a phone. Did I not get a phone? I said we're gonna start talking camp. I'm gonna interview people. Am I not doing all I say I'm doing? Now what you gonna do? You see, you just be looking at me like an idiot if you say, oh, okay, I'm not going to, because I'm against money. That's what they want you to think. That is the trained Negro mind. That is the poor man mentality. You flash me and I call you back and spend my money talking to you. You know what I'm saying? I jump all the hoops, and then you sit there and say, you missed the spot. You flipped and you didn't hit that cone, or pick up that, you dropped the cone. I mean, you see it, you know, and that gets us nowhere. I've always been the type of person in the spotlight, and I've always done with large sums of money. I got a trip coming to Africa in April 2020. I haven't even discussed on this channel yet. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm gonna start talking about that. But if you go to my Facebook channel, you see that group is pushing. People is putting videos, I'll be there, you know, we're doing it. But this is my little YouTube group, and I'm saying to you guys, look, this is where I can come and see if we got Black people that are really wanting to come, really wanting to get proper information. And the only way we're going to work together is if I give you the information and you guys support the channel. Don't let Doreen Tate be the one to support the channel all the time. Don't let Molden be the one. You know. Am I asking for a lot of money? Hell no, not compared to what they're getting in monetized channels. You know, and even here, I don't even have to say like and subscribe. So yeah, support the channel. Okay, yeah, like and subscribe. I guess that, you know, because some people come here and they first thing they do, they look at how many views I'm got. 120. He's not popular, but they don't know they're missing the best message in the world right here. So let's get that done. Somebody got a block message. True fist of the true star. You said something that the guy didn't like, hidden view deleted. Oh, super hyper happy days, dude. I don't know. Super happy dude. I think that's white people. You done came in on my channel. Joshua, no, they are not. FBA are all about America. Now you see, Lance Kelly knows what I'm talking about. She can see what I'm saying. It's either you're a house Negro or you're a field Negro. Either you want to stay in America or you wanted to leave. You're thinking of leaving because you're tired of all the lousy jobs, the failed dream. The American dream is not achievable. And even if you get the car, 2 cars and a house, then what? Are you gonna have a lot of black neighbors that's gonna be right there with you? You can sit down with barbecue with? No, you're gonna be you're a minority, and you're gonna be even more of a minority because the people around you, after you reach the American dream and have a nice house, your neighbor's gonna be white. And it ain't nothing worse than getting in the neighborhood, white neighborhood, being black in the white neighborhood, and you pass by one of your neighbor's house and they all barbecuing, and you was never told. And you walk into your house with your kids talking about you done gave them a nice neighborhood. You joking. You joking. I know the reality, buddy. Shoot. I done trained many a black man in martial arts, and they have told me many a story. And I have been a victim of the same story. Taquiq don't have no plans uniting with Africa. He don't. Then the video that Tone and about Boyce was very interesting. Yeah, but you see, at the end of the day, Tone had to make his stand that he's a house Negro, and he telling black to go buy land in Compton. Shit, man, you guys is joking. Have you seen Mombasa today? Beautiful weather, and you want to go there and live go there and buy land in Shirtville, I think he was saying, somewhere where it's snowing. I was talking to a brother yesterday, calling me on the WhatsApp video, and there he was. He'd be showing me the background, snow, piles of snow. He said, I'm sitting right next to a big mountain of snow. I'm like, damn, I haven't seen snow in 30 years. So, I mean, what is with the ECOWAS? How come in Ghana they can't make money? Because Ghana they can't make money because they're surrounded by all the countries around Ghana are Franco countries. This the United States just propped that little bit of area up so France wouldn't have control of the whole region. Same with the Gambia. You just don't know the history, and they're not telling you that part. They got ex-President Rylands on Ghana talking about something. I haven't watched the show, but damn, I've seen his history. You know what I mean? Why you gonna be the president of Ghana and you're gonna be complaining, and you know there's people that's behind the scenes controlling you? What? Okay. So anyway, I'm gonna get off of this channel. Can't down land in America more house. Yeah. 50% of black people know what it's like to have land, have your house, and then get that pink notice coming to your door in 2008, and then they say another recession is coming. So we'll watch and see, because by now we should be able, because we got social media and people can repeat, you can now see what has happened and compared to what happened before. So you can see it's the same old game. What did Malcolm X tell you? It's the same old game. One pretend like they for you, while the others pretend like they're not. Neither one of them is for you. S-Man, Mombasa Raha forever, and Lamu Tamu. Lamu getting that big port, boy. I wonder what it's going to be like in 5 years. What is with I'm saying the same thing in Ghana. They can't make money. That's why they can't make money. True, the first star can't own it. Yeah. Come to Kenya. Kenyans have the best accents. You got best accents. You got a lot more than that. That's besides best. But another good thing about this channel, my brothers and sisters in America, is that because of my influence in Kenya, there are Kenyans that are actually in this group also. And I don't think that you should feel uncomfortable. You should definitely befriend them. As I'm telling you the story, they are actually born here, and they can tell you the same truth, if it's true or not true, what I'm explaining to you about the weather, about the business opportunities, and everything else. Now, every country has its problems. Different sectors have problems. They go down in money, but the overall GDP of the country is continually growing. And as long as the birth rate is still high, you're going to have the need for housing. And this is the simple fact. Larry J. But did you see Dinah's video from Liberia and Sierra Leone? I don't know why they're going to places where there's no economic business opportunities. You can't do nothing there but look at the sites. He's gonna show you. I mean, he did a video and showed a video of the beach. Okay, It's come to Liberia, and then they show a picture of the beach, and I'm looking at the waves crashing onto the beach. There's a lot of places in West Africa where you can't even swim, even in Ghana. I have been told that there are places where it's dangerous for you to even jump in that water, and that's why you see people on the beach, but you don't see them in the water. Now go look at my video on Kenya. I just did a video with Miss Trudy. Just came here. I think she's still here. Miss Trudy was here, and she did a video. And she a Kenyan. She came to Mombasa, and she was like, "That's the greatest thing I did," and said to himself, "This guy, you want to seem like, oh, we got this thing." It seems like you would think like Boyce would do that, but I'm just telling you that it's not just me. An overall picture of things. Black leaders are always looking for where they can make money, and when they see and smell that there's an opportunity where they can go and make money, they go for it. Now they've been tricked to go to Africa, but when they get into Africa, they're gonna realize something that they didn't realize, which is the people are loving and friendly, and that is the most important thing you can have. It's nothing like you're gonna be living on the streets, Great African brother Amen. I hope you speak Swahili after 30 years. Mimi sema Kiswahili kidogo. Like I told you guys, I can buy my food in Swahili. Conversation is still a big problem because there's different people that speak different types of funny kind of Swahili. And I do a lot of business, most of my business in English. So I have not sat down and learned the whole Swahili just so I can have a conversation with somebody once every 3 months. It just wouldn't work. So for me personally, if your Swahili is good, then I can catch you. But if it's like that you kind of got third grade Swahili, you're gonna lose me, and I'm gonna tell you speak English. And if you can't speak English, then we really have a problem. But that's very rare. It's very rare for me to come. But as far as getting around, I have no problem. I can break down and Swahili will come. Okay, I gotta go. Eva has called me, told me to get my ass home. I just want to come on and do this short video about that. Let me know what you think about the Boyce Lydell says in the comment section. You guys are putting less comments in the section. I want to see us discuss this offline. If you guys notice that on top of everything else, I answer all comments in every video. Who does that? So let's get busy. Don't be afraid of action. Don't think that any question is too stupid or too weak. If you don't know, say you don't know, because that's how you find out. Imagine how none of us got here because somebody announced it. We were curious and didn't know. And then somebody would take the time to tell us. And that's what this channel is about. So let's meet again later on tomorrow. Support the channel. I said, like I told you guys made my paper go away. And we don't know what happened to it. But anyway, you can get the information in the comment section below in the video on how to subscribe. So I want to thank again Lauren, Kennedy Hajili, I think his name is like that, for supporting the channel, and Brian Ogali. You guys are supporting the channel, and I appreciate that. That's all I'm saying. That's what gives me drive to come on and do these shows. And we're gonna go. Let's now get busy. We're gonna do a show out. I was given an itinerary from those guys from the earlier business. Pete gave me an itinerary. I'm gonna go through it, and then I told him to call me. We meet tomorrow, so we might get another video of us discussing about the itinerary of the African trip in 2020, which is almost fully booked now, which I don't really talk about here. But if you guys, some of you, one or two of you are serious, I'll be discussing it and coming up very soon. Till we meet again, this is Grandmaster Amin Ra saying peace.